Holy, oh my god, boys. I haven't uploaded in like a decade. I mean... how's everybody doing today? Welcome back to another video. Happy New Year, boys. What's good, everybody? How are we all doing today? Now, basically, today's video, it is a how-to go 12-0. Now, you! Yes, you! You clicked on this video in order to learn how to go 12-0 easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, I'm actually going to be doing this in a little bit of a different way today. Usually, I have like the same kind of things that I do every single month. This month, it's actually different. I know, boys, you guys should be hyped for me. So I'm going to get into my favorite ways and, in my opinion, the best ways to go 12-0. Because this month is actually probably the best month because you are actually able to get that new, not nomination, what am I doing? You can get this Dirk, who's super duper 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 good. And you can also get this new, if you collect all of them, you actually get Galaxy Opal, Julius Erving by going 12-0, which is super duper good. So that's really good this month. It's fire, and I heard that Dirk is lights out as well from deep. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get into the best ways and the most efficient ways to go 12-0 in this year's game. It should be a good one. Now, let's start off in the very beginning. In my opinion, I would not play with a team like this. If you play with a team like this, you're usually gonna be matching up some tryhard sweats. And I think a team of more budget cards is actually a better squad in order to go 12-0. So for instance, let's say we kept it simple. We put ourselves in this pink diamond tray. This diamond tray on is pretty solid. What if we just put in an amethyst? How about this buddy healed is solid, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Frickin' Doncic, you know what I'm saying? Like, these cards that are like lower overalls but are still solid cards. Jaren Jackson, and like a decent center. Give me like freaking Vucevic. Let's say we ran out with this lineup. This is like a good lineup. This is a good lineup to go 12-0 due to the fact that, well, okay, I didn't have to do that, but it's good to have a budget squad because if you play with a budget squad, you're gonna be matching up against like other budget squads, and usually a person who has a really good team is usually gonna be more of a tryhard than someone who has like an okay team. For instance, I always match up against tryhards because I have Galaxy Opal, Ray Allen, Pink Diamond Giannis, Pink Diamond Bosch. Like I have all these banger cards. But unfortunately, these banger cards only get me good players, and I match up against the best players. I remember I used to like have a worse team. I used to use budget cards, and I used to match up against trash players. So that's a really good, efficient way to go 12-0. You're gonna be able to go faster. Obviously, it's not really like the most like, it's kind of frowned down upon because it's like, like you're really taking advantage of these lower players. But like, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you really suck at the game, you gotta play against bad players, then why not, you feel me? The next thing you should do, and I'm just gonna hop into freestyle basically show you, is actually to go into freestyle and basically just practice your players' jump shots. Every day it's gonna kind of be a little different. So it's good to always be on deck with how your players are feeling, how they're doing like with their jump shots. For instance, let me show you an example of that. Also as well, this is really, really important, but please go ahead, go to controller settings, and actually turn off the shot meter. This year, it is way easier to green shots without the shot meter. And I'm telling you, bro, the problem with this year is if you're not greening shots, a lot of times you're missing those shots. Like, it's very lucky if you make shots that aren't green. As you can see, I'm missing every single green. But I actually used to not believe in this, ladies and gentlemen. And when I watched Denver's video on it and I tried for myself one game without a shot meter, I made so many more shots than I would if it didn't. And you green so much more. And if you green more, you're making more shots, obviously. And this year, whites just don't really go in. Like, they go in not reliably, like 50% of the time. I would just go into settings, put this thing on Superstar, and that way you can really see how your players are feeling. Their jump shots, for instance, as you can see, I can get T-Max release down like this, and that's just gonna help you win way more games, get you up there, you feel me? And it's just, trust me, bro, this is actually super duper helpful. Turning off your meter is super good, and every day, you know what I'm saying, before you're gonna hop on for like a little long, you just go, you know, use this Kobe for instance, and just try out this freaking. Alright boys, now let me just real quick show you the other little things that I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to go right into my settings, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to just go ahead and go into my playbook and what playbook I use. As you can see right here, the franchise, I use the Bucks playbook. This is a super good playbook, and basically it has 5-out plays. I'm going to show you guys how you can access those plays right about now. I'm going to hop into a real quick domination game so I can show you all about that. And yeah, let's go. Before we continue this video, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not liked the video, if you have not subscribed to the channel, all that good stuff, what are you doing? Smash a like, smash a sub, or else you're low-key fake, because you're watching this video and I'm telling you, and I'm being such a nice guy, and I'm giving you tips and tricks, and you're not subscribing. How do you think that makes me feel, bro? Alright boys, let's go boys. So actually the first thing I do when I go into here, first I check out the defensive settings. Now I'm just gonna give you on-ball pressure is tight, off-ball pressure is tight, on-ball screen, go over, no hedge, go over, no hedge, go over. And these last two, basically if your players start helping for no reason, hello bro, come on man, why is this so blurry? Basically boys, if your players are starting to help for no reason, and that shit gets me so tight, I would just put no help at all, and that's like always good, but that's really only if the CPU is cheesing you. I go to freelance and then I scroll down. This is my favorite freelance. It's a 7 seconds offense. Basically, you know when your players basically just cut in for no reason when they have wide open shots. When I actually check this out, I actually use this for one game, and when I use the 7 seconds offense, none of my players helped, and it just, they never like drove in for no reason. I actually was able to get open shots, and it's so annoying because you get so many turnovers off that, and that's just gonna help if you change it to 7 seconds. The other one I also like to use the 4-out 1-in, but 7 seconds I've been using recently, and it's super duper good. So I would definitely do that. I also like sometimes if I'm playing against a person who may not be as good, or like also might be throwing bad passes. I'm gonna show you guys after that. But basically how to run that 5-out play, I go here, basically I go to position play calling, click on T-Mac, and then as you can see there's some 5-out plays. Fortunately this is not a traditional 5-out play, so it's not as good, but it's still pretty solid. As you can see, everybody spaces out. D-Rob is still not really in the corner, which is a little annoying, but I guess that's because the 2K doesn't want to make it that OP, but it's still pretty solid. Like it definitely could be worse, but the 5-out is still good, and I'll actually show you a good play you can run on that too. As you can see, we get a steal. But basically I just go down here, as you can see, Gary Payne, position play calling, go here, and then I'm gonna just go to 5-out. Basically I then like to run a pick and roll with either Spencer Haywood or D-Rob. Usually D-Rob clears out, and then I usually get literally a free layup from that, and that is just super duper OP. I get buckets from that. It's light work. The other thing you want to do, I sometimes like to run a full court press. Usually half court press is what I'm more into, and I'll actually show you guys what that does as soon as I get this stop. But I only really like to use that on separate occasions. If I can see that this guy has a good team and he's like a very good skilled player, I usually don't play that. But as soon as I score real quick with T-Mac, are you kidding me? Why are we going to the line? I don't want to go to the line right now, what the heck? Alright, so basically, as you can see, this half-court press actually brings everybody, and you can get so many more inbound steals, bro. People get tight about inbound steals. Like I know if I'm playing someone and they keep getting steals off the inbound, I would be throwing my controller. I mean, I'm sure I have done that before. So, like I said, bro, I feel like that's good for more players who maybe throwing scaries and it just doesn't work. The other thing you can do is actually, if you know what basically baiting is, and I'll actually show an example of that as soon as I'm done with this. Basically, what you're gonna want to do is you're kind of want to like bait them to take shots. So you're kind of want to play off ball, but not like straight off ball, because obviously that's like dirty. But you can like basically bait the players here, pretend like they're double teaming, and then like stay in the passing lane. I'm not super good at that, but you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get better at that. Basically, yeah, that's really it. It'll work obviously on some players. Some of these, for instance, the full court press will work on some players. Obviously the baiting's gonna work on some players. But some of them you can always use. The 5-out is always pretty solid. Those settings are solid, 7 seconds. And obviously the overall cheese is pretty good. So yeah, that's really it, boys. If this is helped you in any way, shape, or form, do me a favor and smash a like and subscribe to the channel if you've never seen my beautiful face on your screen. And yeah, boys, thank you all so much for the support recently. Happy New Year, and I love you, boys. Peace the fuck out.
She left me, now she broke cause she pregnant. Little bitch, so she curved me, but all she did was encourage the fact that she was unworthy. I told the gas, overcome the past over these Benjamins. I lost a lot of friends, it was all work, make them all envy. I've been boiling out since the purse pennies, cause
don't wanna love no more, don't wanna trust no more.